welcome back, Keepers of the Flame. Hope you are doing well on this lovely, lovely day. We're going to do Earth signs, but I did Virgo yesterday, so we're just going to do Taurus and Capricorn. I accidentally did a Virgo reading, and apparently maybe they needed it. But anyway, so I think this is going to be a Taurus reading, definitely, full show. So right now we have a full moon coming up tomorrow in the sign of Gemini. And then we have Mars retrograde in the sign of Gemini. And Gemini is the twins, the polarities, right? So this is a really good opportunity to merge all of those masculine and feminine things within you and move forward in okay, so I think the way I described this yesterday, it's like setting a giant boulder, the F on fire, and it's cupped, by that giant piece of cloth or whatever, and there's strings holding it up to the huge beam that goes way down to the other side of this apparatus, and it's got like a little lever holding it right in place. And this full moon's just going to be somebody freaking coming in with a giant hammer and releasing that fireball and tossing it up and over that wall. Okay, that's what's... Sounds exciting, doesn't it? It is exciting. Grace and gratitude. Okay, handling these changes with grace and gratitude. The only thing that causes suffering is our inability to release and let go. And sometimes, as much as we want to let go, the universe is like, but you need to learn a lesson here. You need to understand. Yada, yada, yada. Okay? So, Taurus. Don't start any arguments because you're not going to win them. Don't take anybody to court because you're going to lose. What else? If somebody engages you in an argument, do not wait. I'm getting 7 to 10 days out. You can respond, not react, respond. What else? If you have a lot of Gemini placements or air placements, I highly recommend you look them up and find someone who can knock those. Astrology with Heather is a good one. She goes down all of the specific signs and what the particular transits are going to be meaning for you. So yeah, if you can maybe find some meditations that will help you with the feminine and masculine and merging them. So it's rare that you can work with the feminine and not working with the masculine. You can focus on one, right? And try to understand it better, so that way when the masculine, because we don't get to just be one or the other. It's the yin and yang symbol. The universe must be balanced. You have both of them. And chances are that if you have toxic yin, you also have toxic masculine. If you have toxic masculine, you probably also have toxic yin, feminine. So those energies are going to be brought up right now. Hence why you don't start any arguments, because you're going to lose. The universe has now stepped into a state of being where you are directly mirroring not only others, but yourself. So if you got a beef with somebody, it's a beef you need to go inside. If somebody's got a beef with you, they got to go inside. And if you're triggered by that beef, you got to go find out what your trigger is. No more scapegoats. That's the energy that's leaving the planet right now. The scapegoat energy will not be able to thrive here any longer. It just won't. It won't work. Okay? So if you engage with that, you will lose. That's the energy that's on the planet. If you engage, you will lose. And we need to start coming to just this understanding that this is a different way of being in the world. It's just a different way of being in the world. Okay? There's nothing wrong with it. it's just the way it is. And people you're going to have you're going to have a giant awakening as to who's attached to what and what that means for you. So pretty sure it's in the Buddhist, and they're not exempt from that. That all attachment is suffering, and suffering is attachment. Unfortunately, I don't think they're exempt from that religious whatchamacallit either. Unfortunately. It's good theory, but in practice, I don't know. So if we can just hold gratitude and grace while this is happening, that would be awesome. Because that's what's coming in for me is like, especially the air signs. Holy Jesus, they are coming into divine counterpart energy like nobody's business. And it feels really, really good. It feels really, really good. So if you can get yourself to a state of holding space and understanding for yourself, and then come to the table that is you and say, okay, I see these energies, I know how they're working, and this is how we're going to move forward with them. Okay. Yes, I think you're going to see a lot of people doing very different things right now. This is going to be a time for really innovative ideas, because when that power is activated in people, oh, the creativity that comes for that is astronomical. Okay, so God, source, vital life, energy, divine spark, whatever you want to call it, when that is ignited, and it does take the feminine and masculine being in balance and healthy to do that, we're going to see a lot of changes. A lot of. Especially for Taurus. All right, let's do this. Okay. Ooh. Okay. Okay, Taurus. Taurus! It's throwing you for a loop. That's okay. It's a very Gemini, loopy energy here, okay? We've got 2 swords in the reverse, but you've got the 9 of swords, okay? But I get this is already your energy, so I feel like maybe these energies have already started to kick in for you. The balls are rolling. You're not taking any opportunities here. You're just like, nope. Mental clarity and feeling trapped is a thing. So you feel trapped. And on this lady's dress, it says right is worth the cost. And it's in reversed. So I don't get that you see that though. Okay, you're stuck. Not happy. Not passionate. Don't even know what you want here. You're fussing and fighting over unions, crying over loss. Okay. And then you've got, this comes up in pretty much everybody's read. Actually, there might have been one reading where the Emperor didn't show up. One. So this is some sort of authority figure here. Toxic authority figure. Taking away your choices. And are they forcing you to put certain values up that you don't want to put up there? Is that what's happening here? You don't get a choice in which values you put on your little conveyor belt out to the universe. Okay. That's your underlying energy. Nine of Wands was on the very bottom. And then you get the High Priestess in reverse and the 5. Okay. So you don't want to be left out in cold here. And you're looking like you're willing to do whatever it takes to get back into whatever energy this is that's making you very unhappy. Okay. It's a free world. Taurus, you can do whatever you need to do. I hear there's a lot of people. There's a lot of people that have like come to the end, seen the freaking end of the rainbow, seen how effed it is, and are like, I choose the blue pill. I want the blue pill, please. All right, moon in reverse. Yep, look, there it is again. 9 of Swords. 6 of Pentacles. You want everything to go back to the way it was. Ace of Cups. Yep, not paying attention to your heart energy. Bisky. So, you're unbinding from yourself. You're kind of abandoning yourself here. Because you want everything to go back the way it was. Or way you thought it was. Because this is your subconscious here. Your subconscious energy is all effed up. No kidding. You got the 9 of Wands twice here. And you just want to step back into self-abandonment. Yoda. So, 2 of Swords. It feels like you don't have a choice. 2 Knights here, giving you no choice. You always have a choice, Taurus. You think you don't, but you do have a choice. You always have a choice, okay? And this energy, to me, looks like it's not doing you much of any good. Okay. This energy is not exactly to your benefit. Okay? Or anyone else's here. So you might feel stuck in it now, but you need to start making a little bit of plans to get yourself into some joy. Now, I don't see the situation being your joy at all, but you need to get into some sort of space where you can feel like you can find your joy. To feel like you do have access to that, because this is... This is in your subconscious somewhere. But it feels like you don't have access to it at all. It's almost like you're in denial about being in denial. It's a weird energy, Taurus. Like you're in denial about being in denial. So you can keep yourself balanced. Okay, that makes sense. Okay, so denial plus denial equals everything out, right? Keeps those balance scales a moving. Okay. Dude, you do what you got to do to survive. I am not judging at all. But is this what's supposed to happen for you? Are you supposed to live like this? I don't think so. I don't think so. I don't think that's why any of us were intended to exist on the planet, was so that we could just come here and just suffer. Suffering can be a part of it. That's how we learn and grow. Being in denial about it isn't going to help you. It's not going to help you get out of it if you're in denial about being in denial, about being in denial, about being in denial. So, where do we go from here? Let us take all the lights here, deck. Okay. Can I get some clarification here on the High Priestess in reverse, the 9 of Wands, and the 5 of Pentacles? I think you let some authority figure tell you what to put up on your little rotator. And the results you got made it worse. It made it all the effing worse. Like, this is like, you listen to this energy. Okay, you listen to it and you're like, okay, I'm going to put my values that up on the ethos and see what's happened. And this is what you got back. Okay, so let's not listen to outside sources on where we need to go and what we need to be doing and how we need to be happy and exist in the world. Let's go inside and ask ourselves what actually fills our cup. Right? Remember to breathe through this. Remember to understand that you're human and that you're allowed to be here. You're allowed to exist. You're allowed to heal. You're allowed to choose what's right for you. No one else should be ever, under any circumstances, making those choices for you. You're allowed to choose. What does that mean? Does that mean you get to hurt yourself? I don't think that's a good idea. Does it mean you're allowed to hurt others? I don't think that's a good idea either. But right now, what I see you doing is at the very least, Taurus, allowing yourself to be affected by energy in a very negative way. I don't see any boundary cards here. This is the only boundary card I see. You're learning a lesson here. I'll give you that much. You're learning a ginormous freaking lesson. Okay. So your advice spread is a big one. Yep. 5 of Pentacles in the upright. Temperance in a reverse. Knight of Cups in reverse. 6 of Swords. So, yeah. Oh, there's the Magician in the... okay. So, again, Taurus, this is the energy that's coming at you. So, I feel like, how do I put this? Whatever energy this is, right? Okay, whatever this is, they want you to be felt left out and isolated. Even though the key to the door is right there in this card. The key to the door is right here. And she can go unlock it. In escape. Temperance in reverse. You're ignoring those messages. You're ignoring anybody who's trying to come in and say, hey, you deserve better than this. Because somebody is inflicting their own will upon you. But wait, darling, there's more. You're going to try to get to safer waters here. And when you do that, the cycle will be complete. You're going to get on top of it. So the 10 of Swords that's upright is getting to the top of the cycle. Getting to the top of the hill and looking out. This is how this is coming to an end. You're at the top and you're like, cycle over. This is... the reverse of the 10 of Swords is the worst is over. 4 of Pentacles. You're releasing all those toxic values. You're not celebrating exactly, but you are coming into the space. You did learn your lesson. Nice. And this is what you're leaving with. Okay. So, yeah. Like I said, learning your lesson. And then, they regret it. Oops. So you're stepping into heart space and putting the Emperor for yourself in upright. And what I'm getting here... this feels like you needed to see this so you could bring it out into the light and embody a healthy energy for other people to see. Because you saw how toxic this whole thing was. And you're like, no, I'm going in the other direction. So it's almost like you had to see the depths of this whole entire situation and see how effed it was to be like, yeah, no. That's what I'm getting here. Like, you had to see the very depths of this to understand what was really happening here. That's rough. That's a real rough. I mean, this almost, I don't want to say it, but this feels like a cult or like a really dangerous business practice. Just saying. Just saying. Like, this is some. I mean, how much toxic energy can I get on one effing table here? Holy bejesus. Okay. Well, work towards this. Remember to meditate. Keep breathing. I don't know what song is that. Just keep breathing and breathing and breathing. I have no idea who sings that. Probably someone really, really popular. That could possibly make me lose my metal card. I don't know. So, step into that. Let this be your goal. Let this be your light. Okay? Move to safer waters and park your tuchus and think about what you learned from this situation, because moving forward, you're going to step into the opposite of it. Boom shakalaka. Yeah. Okay, so don't step into anything yet. Wait till that full moon passes before you start a fight. Gather your resources, gather your skills, meditate, get to a safe space, and embody this completely and wholly because what I'm getting is this energy would never allow this to go unseen, unheard, uncalled out. That's what this is. This person would never accept toxicity and wouldn't allow it to exist. But that's okay, because this guy is going to turn into this guy. Okay? Serious regrets. Okay? Move forward with caution. Move forward with diligence and intuition here. Ooh, wait. Hold up. Yep, you're going to heal. Oh. Okay. You're going to heal, and this energy is actually, from this full moon, is actually going to help you merge your two cups. Your light and your dark. The sun and the moon energy. If that makes any sense. So, the yin and the yang is going to do their thing, and then, okay? So, you might be in it now, but you're about to get the F out of it. So keep working towards, keep meditating, keep taking time out for yourself every single day. And once you get that breath work in, you'll be able to think clearly. You'll be able to see things clearly. You'll be able to act clearly. You'll be able to function on a whole brand spanking new level that it looks like you haven't had access to in a while, if ever. All right, Taurus card. Let us get an enemy card. What does Taurus need? Okay, not half the deck, Taurus. I love you, but like that one. Okay, so there might be a childhood favorite animal here is what I'm getting. Go look it up on the internet. If you had a favorite animal as a child, or you have a favorite animal now, or there's an animal with you right now, go look up the meaning of that animal. The spiritual meaning of that animal. Oftentimes, whatever their function is, however their behaviors are the medicine what the medicine they bring us, or they're trying to ask us to embody. What else does Taurus need to know? That one. What that one? Oh, yep. Possibly. Oh, shit. Okay. I'm going to read 2 cards. Okay. Excuse me while I let my dyslexia. Okay. I might have to read the reverse of this one too. Okay, ready, set, grow. Possum, roll over. Are you really dead or just playing possum? Was it something I said? Possum's greatest form of protection is to play dead. In doing this, Possum confuses many a predator into believing that the game is over. Oftentimes, the confused rival walks away or looks the other direction for a moment, and Possum runs to safety. Possum medicine uses a great deal of strategy. If all else fails, a possum plays dead. It has the ability to fight with its claws and teeth, but rarely uses this form of protection. Instead, the supreme strategy of diversion is constantly employed when things get a little too hard to handle. Possum has developed an act that would receive an Academy Award in the animal kingdom. The musk of the death scent is excreted at will, adding to the master play that sends enemies on many trails of confusion. If Possum has turned up in your cards, you are being asked to use the strategy in some present situation. Rely upon your instincts for the best way out of the tight corner. If you have to pretend to be apathetic or unafraid, do it. Oftentimes, if you refuse to struggle or show that hurtful words bother you, your taunter will see no further fun in the game. Warriors have used possum medicine for centuries, playing dead when the enemy nears and then outnumbers them. Then, in a flash, when the enemy is least expecting it, the war cry is heard, and the fight of this serves to further confuse the unsuspecting opposition. Victory is sweet when the strategy is one of mental as well as physical prowess. Possum may be relaying to you that you are to expect the unexpected and to be clever in achieving your victory. This could be a victory over a bothersome salesman or a nosy neighbor. In essence, Opossum is beckoning you to use your brain, your sense of drama and surprise to leap over some barrier to your progress. In the reverse position, Possum may be warning you against getting caught in the high drama of your life's present scenario. Choose your eyes and dramatize, quote unquote, may keep you from seeing the truth of a situation. You may buy into melodrama in yourself or others. You might as well play dead if you are justifying what you are doing with a tragic victim routine. If this concept does not apply to your situation, take a look at possibly that you may have recently been giving excuses for why you don't want to do something instead of telling the truth. In fearing to hurt someone's feelings, you may have trapped yourself in a justification pattern. I too, quote unquote, am sick. I too am poor. I am watching my weight. I am too short, tall, sad, busy, tired, etc. In having to defend yourself with excuses, you may have lost the point. You don't have to defend your right to be. This exercise is in learning to politely say that something would not be appropriate for you at this time. That's all. You owe no one an excuse. Learn to imitate Possum and play dead, in the sense that the best strategy is no defense. In assuming the viewpoint of no defense, you have chosen the right to be who and what you are with no games involved. The proper use of diversion is to know when you do not need to use diversion at all. You owe no one an excuse for how you feel or what you choose to experience. Okay, let's see if we can squeeze Weasel in here. Don't make me type this out at the end of the video. Come on, YouTube. Okay, Weasel. Who's in the hen house now? If I were to ask you, you'd say it was the cow. Weasel has an incredible amount of energy and ingenuity, yet it is a difficult power totem to have. It is not without significance that ermine or weasel pelt is worn by royalty. Weasel ears hear what is really being said. This is a great ability. Weasel's eyes see beneath the surface of a situation to know many ramifications of an event. This is too rare a gift. The chief sent Weasel into the enemy camp to smoke them for power. What are the medicines of the enemy? The chiefs asked Weasel upon its return. Weasel never failed to give an accurate account of the enemy's numbers, strengths, and weaknesses. It was Weasel who tearfully told the original people of the coming of the white boat people. These brothers have strange new medicines, says Weasel. They will tell us that to live the way we do is wrong. They will confuse us with their talking bark. They have stolen thunder from the Sky Father and placed it in their weapons. They have no respect for the animal brothers and sisters, and they make their thunder speak to the animals and kill them. They will make the thunder speak to us also. Their numbers are too many to count, and these white brothers will steal everything from us but our spirits. The great dark shadow of the ravenous bird of death has fallen over the people. Weasel's fur color changes with the season. Silent Weasel has many lessons to teach you. Weasel could confound Great Spirit, pick Great Spirit's pockets, and then leave Great Spirit contemplating the divine navel. If this is your personal medicine, you have powers of observation. Your powers of observation are keen. You seem to be saying, leave me alone, and I will do the same for you. You might even look a bit guilty at times due to what you know from observing life. You may be a loner, hiding yourself away from others, or perhaps even a recluse. You are a powerful ally to have in many business organizations, since you can see what the competition is doing. People may make a great mistake in sizing you up since they do not immediately see your powers. But the first time they try to outsmart you, they will soon learn that your intelligence is greater than their own. Look to Weasel power to tell you the hidden reasons behind anything. Some people are put off by Weasel medicine, talent, and abilities, but there are no bad medicines. We all have power, or we would not be here to heal Mother Earth. Perhaps if you have Weasel power, you should use your secret gifts for the good of all. Observe who or what needs attention or a solution and offer your assistance in your own quiet or discreet way. Taurus. Okay, if it were me, I would go back and listen to those two reads and take some freaking notes, because these two, especially together, it's like you're an undercover reporter. I love you. Keep your flame.